Alright. Alright. So I'm using my headset microphone instead of my normal microphone for some reason. Still seems to do well though. So welcome back to how to make a Five Nights at Freddy's game on Scratch. And I'm going to teach you how to save your games without an account. So, this is going to be simple, just to save your games without an account. And it's also how to make a Five Nights at Freddy's game on Scratch Part 4 actually. And this is going to be actual AI. Now, we're going to be making the animatronics attack. I think we can fit that into today's episode. So, you want to see inside whatever project you want. Then after seeing inside of it, just waiting for my project to create blocks. I can't pause my recording here, because you know why? Okay, you want to go into this menu that says File, and click Save to your computer. And it should just save it into your default downloads folder. But I have this setting on Chrome that allows me to save my files wherever I want. And for some reason, Camtasia is in my documents. Now, if you want to open this and edit it offline, first of all, you got to get Scratch 3 offline editor. But then you just want to just open up Scratch 3.0. On your computer, if you have it, just open it. Right. And then okay, Scratch 3. It'll say Scratch is loading. And we'll just load a project. It's going to be the default project. Then, while in the offline editor, whether you're using Turbo Warp, Desktop, or Scratch, click File again and click Load from your computer, so you can load the project. Then it will replace all of the aspects of that project, of the default project, and then place them in here. You gotta remember to save your projects, since there's not a save now button, so I think you just click save to your computer and then you can save it in the same folder. But that will cause it to replace the last folder. So, here's what we have. Pretty laggy because I pressed S and it was probably a 0.9 second delay. We all covered this in the last video. That camera animation took me way too long. Now, time to cover animatronic AI. But I forgot something. The office hallway isn't even a hallway, it's just a blue screen. So I'm gonna make it into a hallway real quick. Now, I'm gonna add something a little bit extra to the cameras. Sorry about this, guys. Seems like, there we go. So now we have movement scrolling in our cameras. You have night 1. Alright. What you're gonna do is paint a new sprite. Name it whatever your character's name is, underscore a.I. So I'm gonna be tackling my character's Jeff's first. So just to be safe and so nothing interferes, just do when green flag is clicked. You don't even need to put a costume. Obviously you can't delete that costume, but you just don't even need to draw anything. When green flag is, just to be safe, do when green flag is clicked, stop other scripts and sprite. Do when I receive okay, so what does the night broadcast game start? So when I receive game start, I'm going to make a new variable, and then you're going to do it for all sprites, and Jeff movement. Do when green flag is click set Jeff movement to 1. And when I receive game start, if then else, if Jeff movement equals set if night, come on, equals 1, then in the and the if statement right there. Repeat until Jeff movement equals however you want them to go. I'm going to add more cameras later on in between recordings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make them go from cam 1, cam 2 to parts and service, and then your office, just so we have a little bit of variety. Next, I'm going to do repeat until Jeff movement equals whatever I want. So he's going to go from cam 1 to cam 2, then to parts and service. So that's going to be a total of 3 movements. And then you're going to, in the repeat until block, wait, then pick random. So I'm going to do from 35 to 45 seconds. Change Jeff movement by 1. Now I'm going to duplicate, okay, so I'm going to start the game actually again. And then duplicate my play button. And just get rid of all this code. Instead of calling this play, I'm going to name it continue. What was it? 160, negative 167. There we go. When green flag is clicked, go to these coordinates. Then instead of set night to 1, I'm going to do when the sprite is clicked, broadcast night. And I'm going to change it from new game to progress. Since a lot of games just put load, but I'm going to do progress. I'm going to do when I receive menu show. Yeah. But I'm going to do a little something different. I'm going to do ask what's your name, but instead of what's your name, we're going to put code. Because this is like the easiest way to do saving in your Scratch games. So I'm going to do if then equals. Now, if answer equals what do you want the code to be? I want my code to be nonsense. Nonsense humor, haha, funny. Then set night to broadcast night, stop other scripts and sprite hide. If code equals night 3 code, then we're going to do set night to 3. Do the same thing. And for night, oh yeah, that's it. So, what? Okay. What the heck? I do not want that variable to show. Okay. So if it's correct, we can do something like night 3 code, and then it will take us to night 3. So as we can see, Jeff is only active on night 1. I'm going to duplicate the if then else loop, do if night equals 2, place this if then else loop in the else of the first one. Now, I'm going to do what people think is suitable for a second night. To 27 to 39 seconds. Then duplicate the second if then else loop and put it in the else loop of that one. You see where I'm going here? And then if night equals 3, then I'm going to do wait pick random from 10 to, let's say, 27.75 seconds. Now, after each repeat until loop, stop the script. Alright, so now this means that Jeff, my character Jeff, will move each night faster and faster. Or if better yet, we can do 10.0. So you get more exact numbers. That's what I'm going to do. 27.0. 39.0. 35.0 to 45.0. So decimals show up. Now I'm going to paint a new sprite and call it Jeff Location. And just put my oh yeah, and also in your continue sprite you want to do when I receive start stop other script to sprite and hide. So when it receives the message. Right. I wish I could pause my recording, but OBS decides to not let me record if I do not have same as stream. So you want to go into your models and copy this guy. Hold on, let me give him some legs. I knew I was going to have to give him legs because... Okay, so... Even better yet, you can Alt and then click on... I thought that worked. You can do Control-C, Control-V to copy that. So a little bit of shortcut work, and then you have it. So I'm going to open up my cameras, and then stop my game so I can get a perfect view of what I'm working with. So, Jeff, a little smaller. Then I'm going to make him go backward. Not go forward, but go backward. Okay, now we want to go forward one layer. So now that so I want room for more characters. I mean, obviously. I'm going to change X and Y to 0, 0. So that it looks like he's like standing where I want him to stand. And I'm gonna call this Jeff Cam 1. Now I'm gonna duplicate it and call it Jeff Cam 2. Should already say that by default. Then move him to another area where I want him to go. So it's just a matter of playing with perspective here. And now finally we have Jeff. Now I'm going to name this guy Jeff Cam 4 since he's going to be in Cam 4. But we haven't made a Cam 4 button, or broadcast for that matter yet. So let me just make one real quick. I'm just going to drag these camera buttons way over here. It's weird. Alright. Now, I'm going to Cam 2 and Cam 3. This byte's clicked. Broadcast Cam 4. Cam 4 this time. And the cams, when I receive Cam 4, which costume? Costume 4. And in your or your character's location sprite, one green flag is clicked hide, so he doesn't show up. And we'll do the rest of the code later. Actually, just going to start on night 1. My monitor takes forever to load. Alright. Now you're going to go back into your Jeff location sprite. That's right. Then I'm going to just show him for a quick second, right up in your freaking face. So, feel free to experiment with cameras and stuff. It's okay if you do something wrong. Everybody makes mistakes, but yeah. Do when green flag is clicked, hide. When I receive cam 1. Forever. First of all, if then else, I'm going to see if this works. I'm actually not sure if it will work. If cam up down equals up, then we're going to execute this code. If then else, and then I'm going to do if then else and the if cam equals up. If then you want to make a new variable, name it cam number. So this is going to be what controls his movement, and just go into your camera sprite and just set cam number to 1 when it receives cam 1. Set cam number to 3. Set cam number to 4. Then set cam number to 2. There we go. When I receive cam down, set just so cam number, I'm gonna set it to 0. So and if cam down equals up, and then and grab an and statement equals and equals. So if cam number equals supposedly 1 and Jeff movement equals 1, then switch costume to Jeff cam 1 and show. And if then if cam number equals 2 and is equal to Jeff cam 2, show. But if cam number equals 4, Jeff movement equals 4, then cam number equals 4 and Jeff movement equals 3. Then we just want to do that. And else hide. So let's see how AI works for that. New game. Oh yeah, I totally forgot something. It's gonna make us wait. 3 code. You notice that I've made so hey, that's nice. Doing the cam 3 costume, just go do with cam 4. Jeez. Is he still on the stage? Wow, actually never expect. Oh, okay, so let's see if he'll move. While we're on cam 2, that's what I'm going for. Yep, he moves. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, we have to go back into his sprite, and then instead of Jeff cam 2, switch FNAF 4. Alright, so I may actually just use this AI in my actual games so far, because it's easier to use, essentially. And it allows, instead of you having to painstakingly click the camera to see if he's there, I'm going to paint a new sprite, and I'm going to name it Jeff in Office. And just go into my models and grab my Jeff character. Let me hide him. Okay, so it works. It just broke for a second. Put Jeff there. One green flag is clicked hide. And, let's go backward. How many layers is he in front of? Okay, so that obscures him by the darkness. Alright. Oh yeah, forgot something. In his AI, Jeff AI, or whatever your character name is AI, before you do stop the script, you want to do broadcast, then broadcast new message. I'm going to name it Jeff Attack. Then when your Jeff not your character in office, and then you see character attack. Repeat until Jeff movement equals 1 again, since we're gonna want to do 1. If then else. If cam number, not cam number, but if cam up down equals 1 equals down, then hide, else show. Show. Then after this, we can just do hide. Do when I receive Jeff attack, but doing that. If then else, you're just gonna make your defense mechanism, which I'm gonna make it be a door. Let's do airlock. So I'm gonna call this press E. Okay, so key. Then I'm gonna make it an airlock. So then I'm going to make 1 green flag is clicked. Hide. Going to just make it a hint. Say press E to toggle and press E to toggle airlock. I'm too lazy to make a door animation and configure all that. Yeah, believe it or not, it's actually hard to make a door, then configure it. Like, it's really hard. Do you want to receive game start? Show 2 seconds and hide. When I receive game start, forever. If key E pressed. Obviously, we're going to do wait until not key E pressed. If, then else. Now, when you make a new variable, 2 new variables actually. Oxygen, because we have to make mechanics, right? Like, this camera's button is just going to be hovering there. And an airlock. Actually, you don't even need to make a variable. Oh, well, we're just going to make an airlock. Airlock. I can't. For all sprites. Then, actually, we're just going to do when green flag is clicked, hide variable, oxygen. Then show variable oxygen when it receives game start. And set airlock to open. Open. If equals if airlock equals open, then set. We're just going to do 1, and then if airlock equals 1, set airlock to 1. Else. Set if airlock equals 1, set it to 2, else 1. Variable. Name it airlock signal airlock status. Let's try sending it size to 50. That is small though. I'm going to make sure that closed is costume too, since, yeah. So I'm just going to do when green flag is clicked, hide. Game start. Show. And then just when green flag is clicked, hide forever. Switch costume. Airlock. Switch costume to airlock. My foot is feeling weird right now. Oh yeah, and also when green flag is clicked, set oxygen. Set oxygen to 100. Then, now, to when green flag is clicked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna go back into my key sprite, which are then broadcast, air close, air open, air close, repeat until or equals P until oxygen equals 0, or airlock equals 1. And then I'm gonna do broadcast game underscore over. Sorry for not talking. How long have I been recording? I swear if I've been recording for 15 minutes. I'm only 30? Wow, I'm expecting me to be recording for an hour. I'm gonna broadcast game over, hide. See if it works. My green flag is clicked forever. If then else. If oxygen equals 0. Think while we're doing that, let's just do if it's less. If oxygen is less than 1. And I guess we can just do stop other scripts and sprite. So that way, it's not too weird. See if that works. This game is actually, and it doesn't show. Obviously, since we need to do. Oh, come on. Okay, none of the scripts. Huh? Oh, oxygen is more. But oxygen 1 is less than oxygen. Oxygen is less than 1. So that my bad. Okay, now let's just take. Let's go back into our character in office. When I receive Jeff attack, do wait 3 seconds. Then else. If airlock equals 1, then broadcast Jeff jump scare. And all of these other things I'm just going to do. When I receive Jeff jump scare, hide, stop other scripts and sprite. And if you try to move this to other sprites via dragging, it might not work since Scratch has a weird glitch that jitters the sprites. Sprites panels right here. Now, it's going to get to the point where we're going to go into our office, and I'm just going to do when I receive game underscore over. Hide stop with their sprite. And duplicate this just to do when I receive jump scare. Put it in our cameras, and then scare. So just scare. Yeah. So that might just be it for today, guys. Bye, everybody.